So the internet woke up today expecting chaos, but nothing could have prepared anybody for the nuclear-level meltdown. Karlissa unleashed after she claimed she caught Chrisean lying about JR's DNA test. And when I say lying, I don't mean a cute little "oops, my bad." No, this was the type of accusation that makes the Kardashians look like a calm knitting club meeting at a retirement home. The moment the alleged DNA leak hit the timeline, the entire hip-hop universe stopped breathing like someone paused the Wi-Fi. It felt like a secret that wasn't supposed to leave the group chat suddenly ran for president because the second Karlissa threw that "she line" bomb, the internet didn't react, it combusted. Screenshots flew like confetti, TikTok detectives clocked in early. And Chrisean's fans immediately activated warrior mode like they were defending the last slice of pizza on Earth. And Chrisean, she didn't just respond, she spiraled into a full live meltdown so loud, so dramatic, and so explosively emotional that even Hollywood directors were probably taking notes. What leaked? Who's lying? Who's exposing who? And why does this DNA test have more screen time this year than half the rappers on Billboard? Buckle up, because this scandal isn't just messy. It's a Category 5 cultural earthquake. From the very first second this drama hit the internet, it didn't just whisper chaos, it screamed it like a siren in the middle of rush hour traffic. Because when Karlissa claimed she caught Chrisean lying about JR's DNA situation, she didn't deliver it calmly, respectfully, or even logically. No, she unleashed it with the confidence of a woman who thinks she's the main character in a documentary about exposing the world. She marched online like she was delivering the State of the Union, pointing fingers, tossing accusations, and sprinkling shade like confetti at a messy birthday party. And the wildest part, she acted like the universe personally appointed her as the chief truth officer of the entire situation. The moment the alleged DNA leak surfaced, it rippled through social media faster than celebrity cheating scandals do. People didn't have time to blink. The story was already trending, screenshots were circulating, and every gossip page raced each other to hit post first. The internet turned into a full-blown digital courtroom, except nobody had credentials. Nobody had evidence, and everybody had opinions louder than car explosions in action movies. Suddenly, everyone was talking like they lived inside the DNA lab themselves. Chrisean lied, Karlissa twisting the truth, Blueface probably eating snacks in the background. The noise was unreal. But what exactly was leaked? That's where the plot gets juicier than a Love and Hip Hop reunion episode. A supposedly real piece of paperwork started circulating, a blurry photo showing numbers, dates, names, and enough confusion to make even real scientists squint. Karlissa acted like she cracked the Da Vinci Code. She claimed the leak proved Chrisean had been hiding information, switching narratives, or covering something up. She talked about it like she pulled the truth straight from the FBI vault. People were stunned, confused, and ready to fight in the comments simultaneously. And Chrisean, oh, she wasn't letting that slide. The second she caught wind of what was being said about her, her entire soul shifted into battle mode. This wasn't her normal live energy. This was volcanic eruption energy. She hit that go live button with the speed of someone slapping away a mosquito. Her voice instantly raised, her face instantly furious. Her words coming at 100 miles per hour like she was trying to break a record. She didn't hold back. She didn't breathe. She didn't even pause to blink for dramatic effect. She went OF like the leak personally insulted her bloodline. The tension between these two women wasn't new, but this was the gasoline-soaked match. Karlissa's claims hit Chrisean's nerves like a hammer smashing glass. You could feel the betrayal dripping from every sentence Chrisean threw at the camera. She shouted that the paperwork was fake. She insisted that the leak was edited. She swore the timeline was filled with liars, haters, and bored people who needed jobs. Her anger was so strong that viewers felt like they needed helmets just to watch. Meanwhile, Blueface pretended he didn't live on the same planet as these people. He stayed quiet, invisible, and spiritually unavailable. He didn't pick a side, didn't correct anybody, didn't explain anything, he simply vanished. People joked that he teleported to another dimension just to avoid the drama. Someone tweeted, "Blueface hiding like a witness in a mafia movie." And honestly, they weren't wrong. His silence made everything worse because it left everybody guessing if the leak was wrong, why didn't he defend Chrisean? And if it was right, why wasn't he defending his mom? As for the leak itself, the confusing part was how it appeared. Nobody knew who posted it first. Some said it came from a burner account. Others claimed it was screenshotted from a private conversation. A few chaotic people insisted Karlissa leaked it herself. Regardless, by the time the truth trainers showed up, the internet had already built 25 conspiracy theories, 10 think pieces, and 1 PowerPoint presentation. People were arguing harder than fans, debating their favorite rappers' album sales. But the real sanity started when TikTok detectives joined the party. These people woke up, put on imaginary lab coats, and started running through the paperwork like crime scene analysts. They zoomed in. They brightened the image. They circled numbers. They added dramatic music. They narrated like they were hosting a mystery podcast. One guy even claimed he matched the fonts, like he was trying out for CSI, Instagram edition. Their theories had more plot twists than a whole season of Stranger Things. Still, the loudest voice online remained Karlissa's. She doubled down, tripled down, quadrupled down. Every time she went live, she added more dramatic flavor to the story. One minute she was calling out Chrisean. The next she was talking about honesty, family legacy, and these young girls not respecting the truth. She sprinkled in Bible quotes, relationship history, and spiritual wisdom like she was giving a sermon at a chaotic Sunday service. And every word she spoke made the situation louder, crazier, and more confusing. Chrisean supporters weren't having it. They clapped back hard, flooding the comments with fire emojis, threats, insults, and paragraphs long enough to qualify as essays. They defended her like she was their cousin fighting at a family cookout. They posted old screenshots, timelines, and receipts trying to prove Karlissa was stirring the pot for attention. They dragged Karlissa so aggressively that her blocking fingers probably got tired. It was a digital riot, and everybody was invited. But the craziest part of the whole situation? That leaked DNA document wasn't even fully readable. Half the internet was arguing about something they couldn't zoom clearly into. People were fighting over lines that looked like they were printed through a malfunctioning toaster. But because drama doesn't require clarity, only chaos, the scandal exploded anyway. And while the internet fought Eskima, screamed, laughed, and cried, the real twist in the story was still waiting underground, ready to blow everything open even further. If you thought the first wave of chaos was wild, the next wave hit the internet like a meteor wearing designer sunglasses. Because as soon as the argument shifted from who leaked what to who's actually lying, the entire celebrity ecosystem decided to join the party uninvited. Rappers, influencers, reality stars, everybody suddenly had something to say. Even people who hadn't been relevant since 2018 popped up with opinions like this DNA scandal was their comeback opportunity. It was like America's Got Talent, except the talent was pure delusion. Twitter exploded first. Big names started liking shady tweets, reposting memes, and dropping cryptic messages like they were allergic to minding their business. One rapper tweeted, "Some people lie for clout, some lie for survival." And fans instantly assumed he was talking about Chrisean. Another celebrity posted, "DNA don't lie, but people do." And the internet collectively yelled, "Oh hey, talking about Karlissa." Didn't matter who they meant, the audience assigned meaning anyway. This drama turned passive tweets into nuclear weapons.n TikTok. Oh, TikTok went absolutely feral. Everyone with a ring light and a microphone turned into a professional commentator overnight. You had people analyzing the leak like it was a newly discovered ancient manuscript. You had reenactments of Karlissa's accusations with wigs made from mop heads. You had comedy skits showing the DNA test running away screaming for help. One TikToker said this DNA test got more drama than my whole family tree. And honestly, it wasn't a lie. TikTok became a digital festival of chaos, but the memes were on another level. Someone posted a picture of Maury Povich with the caption, "I'm on standby." Another meme showed the DNA test wearing boxing gloves, ready to fight for its life. People joked that the test needed therapy more than the actual family. And when a meme surfaced showing Karlissa dressed as a detective with the caption, "I fear no man but lies, fear me," the internet screamed. It was pure comedy gold. Then the unthinkable happened. A second version of the DNA leak appeared. A different blurry screenshot. A different angle. A different layout. Suddenly, people were comparing the two like they were spot reference puzzles in a kid's magazine. Comment sections turned into forensic labs. Someone yelled, "The signatures don't match." Another person wrote, "Don't match." Another person wrote, "This stamp looks fake." People were zooming into pixels, like they were paid by the FBI. The confusion multiplied by 1,000. Celebrities kept stirring the pot. A reality star went live saying she knows the truth but then refused to explain because the internet isn't ready. Hey, popular YouTuber claimed an insider sent him the real documents but said he wouldn't share them for legal reasons. Translation, he didn't have anything, but he knew drama equals views. Even comedians jumped in with jokes like, "This DNA test needs witness protection." It was madness on every platform. Meanwhile, Karlissa continued to act like she was starring in her own soap opera. Every hour she dropped a new message, each one more dramatic than the last. One post said, "Honesty always rises," as if she was a motivational speaker. Another one said, "Some people get angry when caught in lies," which sent the internet into a frenzy. People argued nonstop about who she meant. She didn't tag anyone, but she didn't need to. The shade was loud enough to echo. Chrisean answered every single one of Karlissa's passive-aggressive posts with the fury of someone who hadn't slept in 3 days. She wasn't calm, she wasn't quiet, and she definitely wasn't holding back. Every time she went live, her voice shook with rage, frustration, and disbelief. She said Karlissa was manipulating the narrative. She said people were editing screenshots. She said the internet didn't understand the real story. And halfway through her rant, she'd start shouting at random objects in the room as if they were part of the conspiracy too. It was entertaining, exhausting, and iconic all at once. But the plot twist nobody expected. Blueface finally said something. Not a full sentence. Not a speech. Not even clarity. Just one cryptic comment under a random post. "Y'all gone, see?" That tiny sentence created a tsunami. People debated it like scholars studying ancient prophecy. Some said he was supporting Chrisean. Others said he was taking Karlissa's side. A few said he was probably talking about his dinner. Nobody knew. And because Blueface refuses to elaborate on anything. The internet spiraled into deeper confusion. Then came the armchair psychologists. Suddenly, everyone became experts on trauma, family dynamics, and emotional behavior. People wrote paragraphs diagnosing the entire family. One user typed, "This is generational dysfunction rooted in unresolved pain," while another replied, "Nah, bro. This is just messy people being messy." The divide was hilarious and intense. The funniest part? While people were fighting over theories, the debate shifted to the DNA test itself. Someone claimed it wasn't even a real test, but a printout from Google. Another person swore the leaked form used the same template as a medical meme site. People accused each other of lying so passionately you'd think they were fighting over a national treasure. The conversation wasn't just chaotic, it was scientifically ridiculous. And through all of this, the drama kept growing stronger, louder, and more unhinged. Gossip blogs updated every hour. Fans switched sides repeatedly. Comment sections turned into battlefield fan fiction. And the entire world waited to see who would break first. Karlissa, Chrisean, or the poor baby's DNA test that somehow became the celebrity of the year. But this drama wasn't done. The real consequences were about to hit. The emotional ones, the public ones, and the ones nobody expected. Because once this kind of scandal takes over, nobody walks away clean. When the noise finally slowed just enough for people to take a breath, that's when the real damage started to show. The kind of aftermath that doesn't trend for a day, but sticks around. Like a rumor nobody can erase. Because the scandal didn't just attack the timeline. It attacked reputations, relationships, loyalties, and every ounce of trust left between these people. The internet had gotten its entertainment, its memes, its chaos, and its popcorn. But now the emotional debris was everywhere, and everybody felt it. For Karlissa, the fallout hit her like a boomerang she threw 5 days ago and forgot about. Suddenly, the same followers who hyped her up were questioning her motives. People started pulling old clips, old posts, old feuds, creating a digital scrapbook of sometimes you're the villain and don't realize it. They said she moved like she wanted a personal trophy labeled most dramatic mother of the decade. She tried defending herself with long paragraphs, inspirational scriptures, and metaphors about truth rising to the top, but none of it erased the fact that she had lit the match, and then acted shocked when everything caught fire. Her reputation took the kind of hit you can't fix with a cute caption. Meanwhile, Chrisean was dealing with her own explosion of consequences. Even though she fought hard to shut the rumors down, the internet didn't let her breathe for 1 second. People debated her honesty, questioned her timeline, analyzed her emotional reactions like they were studying a wildlife documentary. She felt exposed, overwhelmed, and stabbed from every direction. Her meltdown wasn't just entertainment, it was a window into how deeply the situation cut her. And the more she tried to clear her name, the more people twisted her words, making her feel like she was fighting ghosts. Her fan base stayed loud, loyal and aggressive, defending her as if they were personal bodyguards. But even with support, the stress weighed on her. She wasn't just battling accusations, she was battling humiliation, betrayal, and the sinking feeling that people wanted to misunderstand her. Her anger wasn't just rage. It was heartbreak in disguise and blueface. Once the dust settled, he finally reappeared, but instead of helping fix the situation, he showed up with the emotional effort of someone clocking in late to a job he hated. His vague responses, offhand tweets, and not my problem energy only fueled the confusion. People dragged him for acting like a tourist in his own family drama. They begged him to clarify the truth, but he kept floating between silence, sarcasm, and selective participation. And the sad reality, his lack of leadership made the whole mess 10 times worse. But the true casualty in this whole meltdown was the family dynamic. Whatever thin thread of peace existed before, gone, torched, shredded like old receipts. The trust between Chrisean and Karlissa cracked so deeply it hit the earth's core. They weren't arguing anymore, they were officially at war. And this wasn't the type of feud you fix with a phone call or an apology text. This was generational damage mixed with pride, hurt, ego, and internet pressure. The public perception didn't help either. Nobody could fully keep up with the lies, truth, leaks, fake screenshots, real screenshots, edited clips, and fan-made theories. Some believed Karlissa's version. Some believed Chrisean. Some believed the DNA test was the Antichrist. And some just wanted the baby placed in witness protection. The world became so invested that the situation turned from family problem to community event. But the internet's attention span is cruel, because even as the story twisted deeper, new scandals started rising. People joked that this drama unlocked the next level of celebrity chaos. A few asked when the documentary was dropping. A handful said the DNA test deserved royalties. And through it all, the emotional toll never stopped. Both women lost privacy, peace, and reputation points. The baby's identity became a trending topic, and Blueface lost whatever tiny bit of respect people were holding on to. Yet despite all that devastation, the drama refused to die. It lingered in comment sections, resurfaced in memes, and became a recurring punchline across the internet. Anytime Karlissa posted anything, people replied with DNA jokes. Anytime Chrisean went live, someone typed, "Is the test real or not?" Even when the situation had nothing to do with the meltdown, The shadow of it followed them like a messy digital ghost. But here's the part. Nobody expected the scandal didn't close the story. It opened the DOOR to an entire new chapter. Because now people were watching more closely than ever. Every side eye, every Instagram story, every tweet, every live, every quote, every silence. It all became suspicious. This wasn't just a controversy, it was a cliffhanger, a preview, a warning that the next explosion was on the way. And in the world of these three, drama doesn't fade. Drama doesn't calm down. Drama multiplies. It reloads, recharges, and returns stronger. It's always waiting for its next day in the spotlight. And if you're still here after surviving this emotional tornado, this DNA disaster, and this mother-daughter-in-law showdown from the ninth circle of reality TV chaos, congratulations, you officially have stronger nerves than 99% of the internet. Because what happened here wasn't just drama. It was a full-scale meltdown with bonus explosions wrapped in confusion, dipped in pettiness, and sprinkled with a little, "Are you serious right now?" And guess what? This circus isn't closing. This roller coaster doesn't stop. This saga still has plot twists loading in the background, so go ahead and smash that like button like you're slapping the fake. DNA test off the table. Drop a comment telling me who you think actually lied. Or just type "this family wild" if you gave up on trying to understand anything. And if you're watching without subscribing, baby, you're basically sneaking into the drama without paying your ticket. Hit that subscribe button like it owes your family money. And turn on those notifications so you don't miss the next meltdown these people drop at 3 a.m. It's for absolutely no reason. Because here at Expose Express, we don't just report celebrity chaos, we expose it. Unwrap it and serve it fresh with extra seasoning. Serve it fresh with extra seasoning. Every scandal, every fight, every unhinged live. We're here for all of it, before the blogs even roll out of bed. So buckle up, stay locked in, and keep your snacks ready. Because if this DNA disaster taught us anything, drama doesn't disappear, drama evolves. And the next explosion, it's already on the way.